Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a collector booster box of Strixhaven School of Mages. So as you can see, the box is fully sealed. It does have a little bit of a hair there, but overall, looks like a pretty good box to me. So let's crack this thing open and see what kind of value we can find from 2021. So this set was released April 23rd, 2021. It contains not only the Strixhaven set, but the Mystical Archives, as well as Commander 2021 extended art cards. So in front of me, I've got 3 spreadsheets with all of the prices. So I'll try not to refer to them too much, as we'll cover all the value and the pricing in the overlay and the MTG box analysis, but I think it's good to know what we're after. And speaking of that, this is what we're looking for: Vampiric Tutors, preferably the alternate art Japanese edition, or excuse me, Demonic Tutors. So without further ado, let's open up pack number 1. Slide these over here. There are some commons and uncommons that are valued over $1, so we're gonna look through each card. So we've got ourselves a cram session, an enthusiastic study, a waterfall aerialist, a professor's warning, Quandrix Campus, Fortifying Drought, Witherbloom Apprentice. All right, and we're going to see a rare Teaching of Arrakis. Then we're going to see Hall of Oracles coming in from the land cycle, followed by a Cursed Mirror from Commander 2021. Very cool to see that. That's actually going to be a really good hit at over $10. Then we're going to see Culmination of Studies in Extended Art. And our first Japanese alternate art is going to be, so this is a Village Rites coming in. Very cool to see that, valued over $1. And this is going to be the foil etch treatment, so you can see it's just kind of going around the edges here. I'll put those up here. And then we're going to see an Urza's Rage coming in. Very cool to see that. And then we get a Revitalize in normal foil. Followed by number 73 is Swords to Plowshares. Very nice to see that coming in foil Japanese alternate art. Valued at least over $9. So very cool to see that. And then we get ourselves a Spirit Token. All right, so we'll just kind of put our big hits over here. There we go. Pack number 1 down. Very good value in that pack. On average, these cards by the sealed box cost about $1.60 a piece. So you need some big hits in order to make up the value. All right, so we have a Battle Seer, Exhilaration Elocution, Stonerise Spirit, Springmane Servant, Spectre of the Fens, Mascot Interception, Mortality Spear, a Containment Breach, and then we're going to see a Mythic Jadzi Oracle of Arcavios. And that's a flip card, so we get Journey to the Oracle on the backside there. All right, then we get a Wake the Past coming in from Commander, followed by a Rowan Scholar of Sparks. Very nice to see a Planeswalker coming in here, Mythic, very nice. Then we're going to see Claim the Firstborn. And then we're going to see, this is the Compulsive Research coming in. Not a super high value card, but it does hold some value. Then we got a Thrill of Possibility, followed by a Vanishing Verse. And then we're going to see a Fractal Token with a treasure in the back. All right, so I didn't see any giant hits in that particular pack, although I am looking at about 500 rows on 4 spreadsheets, so bear with me. So we got a Heated Debate, Make Your Mark, Pilgrim of the Ages, Campus Guide, Leyline Invocation, a Go Blank, an Expressive Iteration, very good hit from the main set here. Has seen some banning, but currently over $4 in non-foil. Then we have an Introduction to Annihilation, followed by a Callous Blood Mage, and then a Fiery Encore coming in from Commander here. Not a super high value card. Then Dragon's Guard Elite coming in from the main set in extended art. And then we're going to go ahead and see a negate coming in at a blue. Negate does hold some value. Very nice to see that. Then we see an abundant harvest, followed by, this is going to be a divine gambit coming in here. Very nice artwork there. And then we get an academic probation coming in an extended art, full everything. Then we got an elemental and a pest in the back. All right, moving on to pack 4. Still looking for our first tutor here. All right, so we got our first day of class. Stonebound Mentor, Barian Books, Novice Dissector, Prismari Campus, Solve the Equation, Dina Soul Steeper, Elemental Summoning, and then our first rare is going to be a Dragon's Guard Elite coming out of green. Then we have a Sly Instigator coming out of Commander, followed by a Poet's Quill. And then we get ourselves an Opt, followed by a God's Willing coming in here from white. It does hold a little bit of value. Then we're going to see a Foil Duress and a Teferi's Protection coming in. Very cool to see this. Teferi's Protection, going to be over $20. I'm not sure what the foil price is, but in non-foil it's over 20. So very nice mythic hit there. And then we get ourselves a Spirit and an Inkling in the back. So far, Teferi's Protection going to be our best hit of the box. All right, and there we go. So this is the one common in the box that's currently valued over $1. So we got the Dragon's Approach. Very nice to see that. Then we get a Study Break, followed by a Serpentine Curve, a Bayou Groff, Unwilling Ingredient, Show of Confidence, Team Pennant, Start from Scratch, and then we're going to see Cassima, Enigma Sage coming in, another Planeswalker, mythic. And then a Stinging Study coming in from the Commander set. And then an Elemental Expressionist coming in from Strixhaven. Then we're going to see, so this is going to be Thrill of Possibility. And there we go, Demonic Tutor in its foilness. So it's got slight foiling around the outsides here. So this is an extremely good hit to see coming in from this set. So if this is I believe this is what they consider the etch foil. This card is valued at over $110 right now. So we're just going to take a moment, put that to the side, and we'll put that in the sleeve in just a second. And then we're going to go ahead and see a Strategic Planning coming in at a blue from the Japanese alternate art. Not a super high value card. And then we do get a mythic coming in from the main set, Mascot Exhibition. Very nice to see that. And then we have an Elemental and a Treasure Token. So I am going to take just a minute and sleeve up that Demonic Tutor there. And I'll just throw it in a hard case real quick to make sure that no damage comes to that. That is just really good to see. Let me just compare that. Yep, that's the exact same as my original. Very nice to see that. Now I want to see the Japanese alternate art. All right, so pack number 6. So we'll just slide that one up there. The piles mean nothing. Just going to help me sort it a little bit later. And it allows me to know what to immediately put in a sleeve. So we got ourselves a Lorehold Pledge Mage, Pilldrop Warden, Silver Quill Pledge Mage, Letter of Acceptance, Scurrid Colony, Bookworm, the Woe Eater, and then we get Confront the Past, rare coming in, Elemental Expressionist. We saw this before, but this time it's the regular frame. And then we're going to see Vane Witch Coven coming in from Commander 2021. A little bit of value. And then we get a Shadrix Silver Quill coming in. Elder Dragon. Full everything but foil. Very nice to see that. Does hold a little bit of value, just over $5. And then we get a Snakeskin Veil in etched foil. Followed by, this is going to be a Lightning Helix coming in. Very nice. And then we get a Claim the Firstborn and a Dream Strix in borderless foil or extended art foil with a Spirit and a Pest in the back. All right, so 6 packs in. We have one of the highest value cards in the box or in the set. So we're doing pretty darn good. I can't even imagine if we were to get 2 Demonic Tutors in the same box. All right, Moldering Karuk, Sudden Breakthrough, Arcane Subtraction, Leech Fanatic, Lorehold Campus, Ingenious Inspiration, Ink Duelist, Inkling Summoning, and then an Accomplished Alchemist coming in from the main set, followed by a Promise of Loyalty. Yep, that's going to have a few dollars. Then we're going to see a Devastating Mastery come in extended art from the main set. And then a Defiant Strike in the foil treatment. Followed by a Faithless Looting coming in. Very nice to see that. That's going to have some value. And then we're going to go ahead and see right behind it an Adventurous Impulse in full foil. But wait, there's more. All right, and next we have an Inquisition of Kozilek coming in here. Nice to see that. Very unique artwork on that one. And then we get another Elemental with an Inkling in the back. So much value in these boxes. All right, so we're going to start things off with a Blood Researcher, a Pillar Drop Rescuer, Ageless Guardian, a Curate, followed by a Big Play, Plumb the Forgotten, Decisive Denial, Necrotic Fumes, and then a Cayenne Dean of Substance coming in here. It's going to be one of our flip cards. To Ibrahim, Dean of Theory. And then we have a Healing Technique coming in from a Commander set. Not a high value card. And then we get Pestilent Cauldron coming in. Followed by the Adventurous Impulse again, but this time in non-foil. Then we get a D-Spark coming in. And then we're going to see, so this is going to be an Eliminate. Very nice to see that card. Not a high value card. And then we get Uvilda, Dean of Perfection. It's another flip card there. So we get the Dean of Expression on the back. And then we get a Fractal with a Treasure. I think we're down to 4 packs out of 12. All right, so we got ourselves a Thrilling Discovery, the Pledge Mage, a Reject, followed by a Hunt for Specimens, Cogwork Archivist, Mentor's Guidance, Mercurial Artist, Environmental Sciences. And we got ourselves a Poet's Quill. We got Rionia, Fire Dancer coming in from Commander. Few dollars there. And then a Draconic Intervention in extended art. Followed by a Shock. Very classic card. Nice to see that. Followed by a Dark Ritual. Very cool. Dark Ritual is going to be, I believe, over $10. So we'll take that hit all day. And then we got ourselves a Negate. Followed by a Doomblade. Very cool. And then we got ourselves a Spirit and a Pest in the back. All right, yep, 3 packs to go. We got ourselves a Tome Shredder. An Owlin Shield Mage. Spiteful Squad. A Mage Duel. Quandrix Campus, Detention Vortex, Quandrix Apprentice, Fractal Summoning, and then a Retriever Phoenix coming out from the main set, followed by a Trudge Garden coming in from Commander set. A little bit of value there. And then an Ingenious Mastery, followed by an Infuriate in foil, or in the foil treatment. And then we're going to see a Natural Odd Order coming in here. This is going to be a very good hit, over $10. And that's going to be followed up with a Revitalize. Very nice to see that. Very beautiful artwork there. And then we're going to go ahead and see an Increasing Vengeance coming in at a red. And then we see a Fractal with a Rowan. So there's Rowan, her token. All right, 2 packs to go. Remember to stick around to the end for the MTG box analysis. I'll go through all the statistics and metrics dealing with this box. And if you're interested in going deeper, you can head over to mtgboxanalysis.com. All right, we got a Blood Age General, Quandrix Pledge Mage, Burrog Befuddler, Professor's Warning, Leyline Invocation, Karok Wrangler, Lorehold Excavation, Introduction to Annihilation, followed by a Vanishing Verse. And then a Perplexing Test coming in here, a couple of dollars. And then we're going to see a Shine Shadow Snarl coming in from the land. Very nice to see a land. And then we get an Eliminate, followed by the Inquisition of Kozilek again. And then we're going to see the Thrill of Possibility. Not a high value. And then we get the Shadrix Silver Quill coming in. This time in extended art, full foil, mythic. Very nice to see that. And then we're going to see an Elemental and an Inkling token. All right, last pack to go. All right, we got ourselves an Eager First Year, Beaming Defiance, Vortex Runner, Arrogant Poet, Cogwork Archivist, an Academic Dispute, Spell Satchel, and then an Academic Probation coming in as our first rare. One moment, please. I wanted to flip that. Oh, I thought that was one of our flip cards. All right, Fury Calm Snarl. Now I'm all messed up. Couple of dollars there for that rare. And then we get ourselves an Ink Shield coming in from the Commander set. This card is going to be valued over $10 as well, so very nice to see that. I'm glad I didn't flip that one. Then we get the Dean of Perfection, so this is a flip card. There's the Dean of Expression on the back. And then we're going to see, this is going to be the Revitalize, followed by a Regrowth, and then a Village Rites. And our last card is going to be a Blade Historian. Very cool closeout. Followed by a Spirit and a Treasure Token. All right, so I'll get everything sorted, organized, priced, and be right back with the MTG box analysis. Let's start the MTG box analysis with a look at the sets and establish what we're capable of seeing in the Collector Booster Pack. The Strixhaven School of Mages set contains a total of 375 cards. Collector Booster Packs can see cards numbered 1 through 275 in foil, which are the cards from the main set. We're also eligible to see the 9 borderless and 81 extended art cards in either non-foil or foil. In each Collector Booster Pack, we're also guaranteed to see 1 of 80 extended art rares or mythics from the Commander 2021 set. The Mystical Archive subset contains a total of 252 cards, however it's actually just 63 cards with 4 to 6 different variants depending upon how you count it. First, there's the standard frame cards in English. These are available in non-foil and foil treatments. Then there's the etched foil cards in English, and the easiest way to tell the difference is in the top corners. The arcs around the card name have a pronounced foiling. Next up, we have the Japanese alternate art cards, which can either be non-foil or foil. And finally, there's the Japanese alternate art etched foil cards. You can tell it's an etched foil by the slight foiling around the card's text box. In the Strixhaven collector booster boxes, we're not eligible to see any of the standard frame, non-English or Japanese cards. We can, however, see all of the English in foil and foil etched, as well as the Japanese alternate arts in foil or foil etched. Now let's pivot to the sets distribution versus this box, starting off with Strixhaven and Commander 2021. This chart shows all the cards we saw during the opening, with the non-foils in green, the foils in orange, and the cards we were eligible to see in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw 2 borderless and 10 extended art cards from the Strixhaven set. As expected, we also saw 12 extended art cards from Commander 2021. In the foil space, we saw a very even distribution across the 5 colors of Magic, with 10 to 14 cards per color. We also saw 1 foil borderless and 6 foil extended art cards from the Strixhaven set. Here's a look at what we saw in the Mystical Archive subset. We saw 12 English and 12 Japanese etched foils in these 12 packs. This is not a coincidence because each pack will contain 1 rare or mythic etched foil as well as 1 uncommon etched foil. In the English traditional foil space, we saw 1 to 3 cards for each of the colors of Magic, except for green, which did not make an appearance during this opening. And we also saw 9 Japanese alternate art foils in this box. Pivoting to coverage, in the non-foil space, here's a look at the categories we were able to see in non-foil for the 3 sets. From Strixhaven, the 2 borderless cards covered 22% of the category. The 10 extended art cards gave us 12% coverage. From Commander 2021, the 12 cards we saw gave us 15% of the 80 possible extended art cards. Switching over to the Mystical Archives, the 12 etched foils in English gave us 19% coverage. And finally, the 12 Japanese alternate art etched foils gave us 19% of that category as well. Taking a look at the coverage of the Strixhaven foils, we saw 110 unique foils out of a possible 365 cards, which gave us 30% coverage in the foil space. Of the main colors, our highest coverage was in black, with 43% of the cards showing up in this box. And within the Mystical Archive subset, we saw 17 unique foils out of a possible 126 cards, which gave us 13% coverage. Our highest coverage for English was again in black, with 25% of the cards making an appearance. And those 9 Japanese alternate art foils provided us 14% coverage of the category. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, only being able to see borderless and extended art cards from the main Strixhaven set in non-foil, we can only see rares and mythics. In this box, we saw 10 rares for 14% coverage and 2 mythics for 10% coverage. In the traditional foil space for the Strixhaven set, we saw 57% of the commons, 35% of the uncommons, 18 rares for 13% coverage, and 4 mythics for 10% coverage. And in Commander 2021, again, we can only see rare and mythic non-foil extended art cards, and in this box we saw 10 rares for 14% coverage and 2 mythics for 10% coverage. And within the Mystical Archive subset, in the etched foil space, we saw 12 uncommons for 33% coverage, 10 rares for 17% coverage, and 2 mythics for 7% coverage. In the traditional foil space, we also saw 12 uncommons for 33% coverage, but only 3 rares this time for 5% coverage. And finally, we saw 2 traditional foil mythics giving us 7% coverage. In total, this box contained 51 rares and 12 mythics spanning the School of Mages, Mystical Archive, and Commander 2021 sets. In this collector booster box, the only place we saw duplication was in the traditional foils from the Strixhaven main set. These 5 duplicates mean that this box had a duplication percentage of 3. Now let's dig into the value that we saw in this box. We'll start off in the non-foil space. This chart shows the borderless and extended art cards from the main Strixhaven set, the extended art cards from Commander 2021, and the etched foils from the Mystical Archive. This box contained 5 big hits, including the Ink Shield valued at $11.45, and the Cursed Mirror at $11.60, both from Commander 2021. From the Mystical Archive, we saw Japanese etched foil Faithless Looting valued at $10.03, and a Japanese etched foil Natural Order valued at $13.97. And then we saw our big hit, the English etched foil Demonic Tutor valued at $56.88. The box also contained 4 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 14 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 25 non-foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. In the foil space, we saw 4 cards valued over $10, including the Extended Art Shadrick's Silver Quill from the Strixhaven set, currently valued at $12.07. And from the Mystical Archive, we saw a Japanese Increasing Vengeance at $10.20, and a Japanese Swords to Plowshares at $18.47. And then we saw the English Teferi's Protection at $41.15. We also saw an additional 3 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 10 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 115 foils in the box were all valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box from Card Kingdom for $249.99, not including tax. Today we opened up 12 packs with 15 cards each, seeing a total of 180 cards. The 12 Commander cards are currently valued at $43.74. The Borderless and Extended Art cards from the main Strixhaven set have a value of $14.71. The 119 foils from the Strixhaven set have a total value of $86.25. And the 24 etched foils from the Mystical Archives, including the Demonic Tutor, have a combined value of $117.41. And the traditional foils from the Mystical Archives have a total value of $82.14. Add in $1.95 worth of tokens, and the grand total for the box is $346.20. This is a gain of $96.21 over the price I paid, which means that we saw 138% of the box price returned in card value. For those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 33 cards valued over $2 in this box, with a combined value of $280.07. If you want to see more data about this box opening, head over to mtgboxanalysis.com, and for a limited time, you can get a free copy of the Excel document I used to compile this analysis. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, do something amazing.